Hi, I'm Nina Grant. I represented and captained Bangor University in 2012 to 2013, and I studied French and linguistics.
Well, thank you for joining us, Nina. I want to ask you, were you always a fan of the show growing up?
I wasn't really aware of it until I was about 15. I grew up in Canada, as you might be able to hear.
Yes.
But when I came back to live with my dad, he would watch it every week, so I'd play it with him. And then it sort of got to the point where I could equal his score. And that's about the time I thought maybe I'd be good at this.
Yeah, I've heard very good quizzes come from Canada. So I understand that you applied a few times before getting on. What encouraged you to persist and apply again and again?
So I applied in my first, my second, and my final year. My third year I was in France, obviously couldn't go. I think what kept me going was that the final time I applied, I was the lowest scoring individual out of the 4 team members. And that actually encouraged me, because I think if I'm the highest scorer on the team, then we're not going to do very well.
Although very well you did. How far did you get in your series?
We actually got to the semi-finals.
I heard that's the best place, semi-final. Semi-final losing is the best place to get to.
Absolutely.
So what impact did going on Universe Challenge have on your short to medium term life, even now perhaps?
Well, within the university it made quite a bit of difference. I think applications went up by 1/3 or something that year.
Oh, wow.
Because, you know, I think a lot of people haven't actually heard of Bangor. They have now.
Yes, they have.
Sorry, awkward silence. It definitely made a difference to my social life. Like, I got scouted by someone I knew from the Quiz League of London and said, you know, if you're coming back to London after graduation, why don't you join? So I've been doing that for the last 7 years.
Actually, talking about Quiz League of London, I think I first met you in a summer friendly league in London, and there's obviously a big world of adult quizzing outside of the student world. So can you maybe compare your experience of student quizzing and adult quizzing and tell people what is this adult world of quizzing?
I guess it does differ. Like, I've done a couple of student quizzes. I did my postgrad at SOAS, and I was on their student quiz team for 1 student quiz championship. I guess the difference is student quizzing is all quite university challenge style. It's all buzzer quizzing, which I've never actually been very good at. It's definitely a lot more academic. It's definitely a lot more wordy. There's a lot more lateral thinking. Whereas league quizzing is more, even though you get individual questions, it is more of a team game. You have to know your team's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so again, the weekly quiz leagues, how would you compare in terms of like intensity? Because obviously people here become very seasoned and very, very knowledgeable. Is there a pressure to keep your knowledge levels up by reading papers, the stories, the BBC website, Wikipedia?
Oh yeah, there definitely is. Like, some people don't study, some people just absorb everything they read and manage to keep it there. I definitely have to study some things that I've just never been good at. Like, ancient history is something that's never really gone in. And the intensity can vary. Like, in the lower divisions, it's more fun. In the middle divisions, it's a bit of both. And then in the top division, it can be quite intense.
Yeah, so people are like, almost like football, there's a Premier League, a Championship, a Division A, a League One. So there's a whole world of adult quizzing out there.
Yeah, and then there's the equivalent of the FA Cup afterwards.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's amazing.
Everyone, except we're doing that online at the moment because...
Of course, yeah. Online, maybe football can do that as well, learn a lesson from quizzing. So thank you, Nina. What we're going to end the quiz for NHS session with is a this or that. So I'm going to give you options. So like prime numbers or even numbers, even though 2 is a prime number. And you have to pick one of the 2. It won't be numbers related. Okay, first one. The new Aladdin with Will Smith or the old Aladdin with Robin Williams?
The old one.
Strictly or Bake Off?
Bake Off.
Podcast or book?
Book.
Tate Modern or National Gallery?
Oh, I don't like that one.
Maybe think.
National Gallery, probably.
cake or biscuit?
Cake.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking part in Quiz for NHS.
Not at all.